Sawadee Krap, I'm JP Mestanza. Today is Monday, April 18th. Welcome to Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. Let's begin with the biggest story from this weekend for Phuket, as 5 of the top police officers from Patong Police Station are being transferred as authorities from the provincial police investigate how the Patong Bay Hill Resort Hotel was allowed to stay open well beyond the legal limit following the release of a video from a prominent lawyer. It all began on Saturday when lawyer Citra Biabangked posted a 3-minute video clip on his Facebook in which he not only spoke about complaints from locals about the excessive noise coming from the Patong Bay Hill Resort Hotel, but he also walked right into an after-hours party at the resort. In the video, he talked about how the hotel had been operating just like this reportedly for years and claims it caters to about 1,000 clients per day despite the COVID-19 prevention measures that have closed down such venues. He stated, quote, "I think it is not possible for entertainment outlets in the hotel to have operated beyond the allowed opening hours, catering to about 1,000 clients per day without the knowledge of the authorities. Large bribes may have been paid." The lawyer says he was contacted by locals who say they had nowhere else to turn to for their complaints, and he stated that he informed authorities, but no action was taken, and that's why he made and posted the video. Then, later on Saturday night, at about 11 p.m., about 50 employees from that hotel held a protest against the video expose on Bangla Road in Patong, the nightlife hotspot for Phuket's Sin City, and held signs that read, "We are hungry," and other signs that said, "We don't want to go jobless." In addition, a shareholder in the hotel, who asked not to be named, said the lawyer had acted without any authority and that what he had done might cause some hotel staff to feel they could lose their jobs, which led to them holding a symbolic protest on Bangla Road that night. For nearly 2 years, COVID-19 measures have forced authorities in Bangkok to ban nightlife venues from reopening nationwide, and many nightlife workers across the country have lost their jobs and have been struggling to make ends meet. Here in Phuket, authorities have allowed nightlife venues to reopen and serve alcohol until 11 p.m. if they offer food, because then they would be considered a restaurant, and restaurants are allowed to stay open. On Sunday, Assistant National Police Chief Lieutenant General Surachat Hakpan, known as Big Joke, he arrived on the island and stated that the Big Five at Patong Police Station would work at the provincial headquarters so a fact-finding panel can look into the case of the Patong Bay Hill Resort staying open after hours and investigate whether the hotel violated the rules and question senior police responsible for that area. This morning, Phuket Governor Narong Wuncheo tread carefully in addressing the issue and stated that court filings are taking place today, while the Phuket Provincial Police today issued a notice that appeared to defend the hotel at the epicenter of the media storm for flouting COVID rules, pointing out that the hotel has a no camera sign posted at its entrance. Action against the hotel was taken only after video proving the breach of COVID-19 rules by the hotel was posted online by the lawyer Citra. Give us your thoughts about this case in the comments below. For more, visit thephuket.com. Despite authorities' best efforts, it was a wet and wild Songkran for some people in the kingdom. Bangla Road saw a lot of water throwing on Tuesday evening and also into Wednesday, all despite the nationwide ban on water splashing for the Thai New Year festivities. News about the water splashing on Soi Bangla even reached the Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha in Bangkok, who implored the Phuket governor to visit those tourist areas and enforce the water splashing ban. Phuket Governor Narong Wuncheo this morning stated, quote, "In the beginning, there was a violation, which was the result of the fact that everyone wanted to engage in water for Songkran water, especially foreigners, so we have to understand each other." Police were deployed onto Bangla Road to enforce the ban on water splashing, but it was similar elsewhere, including on Khao San Road in Bangkok, though police did later patrol the area to inform local and foreign visitors about the water splashing ban during the Songkran festival. For more, visit thephuket.com. Now let's talk about the money generated from Songkran, as the Tourism Authority of Thailand says that Phuket made more than 3 billion baht in revenue from tourist spending. The TAT Phuket Office Director, Nantasiri Ronasiri, says that the Thai New Year holiday was a boon for the province and claims that Phuket recorded 188,245 domestic and international visitors in total, with TAT figures showing that the island attracted just over 19,500 international arrivals all of last week. Mestanza City also says these tourists generated a combined total of 3.24 billion baht during Songkran, which she says saw hotel rooms fully booked for the first 2 nights in particular in popular tourist sites Patong, Kamala, Surin, Kata, and Karon Beach. The director of the Regional Marine Office's Phuket branch said up to 10,000 tourists had visited the island by boat and ferry each day. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. A 78-year-old British expat in Phuket and his 32-year-old adopted Thai son have been arrested for indecent sexual acts involving at least 8 boys here in Phuket. A press conference at Phuket Provincial Police Headquarters took place on Sunday, in which they announced the arrest of the British national John David Young and his adopted son, who police only named as Ekarat, but who also went by the nickname Nicky. Nicky is a swim coach here in Phuket and lived just north of Phuket in Phang Nga Province. He was arrested on Saturday for procuring minors for the purpose of sexual assault. During the press conference, police revealed that Young had lived about 10 years in Phuket, mostly in the Paklok area, and the 78-year-old was retired after years working in the real estate business. He was known for his charity work in the community in Paklok and handed out money to children, especially boys in the community, according to police. Authorities admit they received complaints from locals about his conduct with children back in December 2020, but villagers refused to cooperate with police as most had received help from Young. Then, in March, For Freedom International Foundation, a local community welfare group, helped one parent of a 13-year-old boy file a formal complaint against Young with Talang Police, and a subsequent investigation saw police confirm 8 boys had been abused, with evidence of at least 19 incidents of sexual assault. 5 other kids in the area are now being questioned. The 13-year-old testified that Ekarat, Young's 32-year-old adopted son, persuaded the boy to go to Young's home to learn to swim at his home pool, which is where the assault took place. The investigation is still ongoing, but charges have already been filed against Young and Ekarat for taking a child under 15 years old from his parents without reasonable cause, for committing indecent acts, and for committing indecent acts against kids under 15. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Ramadan bombings in Thailand's Muslim-majority Deep South will not derail peace talks with separatist rebels, the government said on Sunday, after a sidelined insurgent group claimed responsibility for the attacks. 2 explosions on Friday, which killed a civilian and injured 3 policemen, were carried out by Pulo G5, a militant group of the Pattani United Liberation Organization. The first explosion took place at 3 a.m. on Friday, near a pond, which killed a villager who had gone fishing at the pond just a few hours earlier. 7 a.m. was when the second bomb went off, just as the bomb disposal team had been working on it, and 3 of them were injured, 1 severely. Pulo G5 had been excluded from the talks between Bangkok authorities and the Barisan Revolution Nasional, the BRN, which agreed 2 weeks ago to stop violence during the Muslim Holy Month through May 14th. The commander of the 4th Region Army Corps, speaking in his capacity as secretary of the peace talks team, said the attacks appeared to be symbolically aimed at demonstrating Pulo's anger at being excluded from the talks. Over 7,300 people have been killed since 2004 in the fighting between the government and shadowy groups seeking independence for the Malay Muslim provinces of Narathiwat, Yala, Pattani, and parts of Songkran. The area was part of the Pattani Sultanate that Siam annexed in 1909 treaty with Britain. Thanks so much for joining us here on this packed edition of Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. Join us again tomorrow on Tuesday. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000 and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.